Yeah, well, we chose Wildest Dreams as the single, and we also chose it to be the song that we played on the Give Me a Till I'm Dead tour, just as like a taster really for the album.
I thought it was sort of a cross between sort of Number of the Beast and Mountain of the Hills, that kind of up, sort of a driving kind of riff, and I sort of put it together in a couple of hours and then played it to Steve, and he said that made a great single, and he wrote the words, and there we had it. You know, it was came together pretty quickly.
It's an up-tempo, you know, fairly optimistic, you know, I'm going to live my life and do what I want to do, and you can too if you only just want to visualise your dreams, and off you go. You know?
We had a few show reels for the Wildest Dreams of different directors and people that we figured of using, and the main guy that we ended up using, Howard, he's done a lot of animated stuff, and we thought, wow, great.
When we heard that he was going to do, he was proposing all animation, and he just came up with some sketches, not necessarily of what the final animation would be, but of the kind of direction, the way it would make you feel if you looked at it. And we went, that's great. One of the things is a picture of hell, but you're not quite sure whether or not it looks kind of cool. You think, wow, I'd really quite like to be in hell if that was going on. But then as you look around, you think, oh, maybe I wouldn't know if that was going on as well.
It's one of the shorter, snappier songs on the album. There's some quite diverse and thematic songs on there which are quite epic oriented, but this particular one's short and snappy and straight to the point, and it's just pure rock and roll.
We've been playing it obviously since the beginning of the tour, and a lot of fans have been travelling around with us, so they're singing along, you know, it's like they know this song and already, so it's a big chorus. And you just, you know, watching the audience, half of them know it. So
I think it's been downloaded on the internet already, hasn't it?
Yeah. Probably
I mean,
has.
Bruce has invited everybody to record it every night. It doesn't take them long, does it, really? I think that's a great indication of the strength of the song, because everybody's into it, and obviously playing new stuff at a show without people having heard the album cut or the single version of it. I think it's great. Yeah, it's going down great. And the more we're into the tour, the better it's going down.
Each album is like a diary of part of your life, and so you're very proud of everything we've done. It's been, you know, you walk away from the studio thinking, I feel very satisfied, very rewarded, from doing this album. But this one is more of it's just pushing out a little bit more. The guys are saying very progressive, and I think there's some musical avenues that we've gone down that we haven't been down before. And I think for a Maiden fan, if they listening to the Dance of Death album, I think they're going to be kind of very surprised, because it kind of leads you in with a couple of straight ahead kind of rock tracks, and then it kind of takes you deeper. And it's one of those albums you play more and more, and there'll be sort of subliminal almost, or the way it's been mixed, there's stuff in the background. So it's a kind of musical experience.
It's diverse, it's got some incredible thematic content to it. I think there's some great playing on it. I know there's also some really stock rock and roll songs, short, sharp bangs to the brain, which I think every album needs that, but there's also some quite deeper songs too, and I'm really proud of it.
Well, Kevin is great to work with. I mean, it's the third album, I suppose, if you include the live thing, and I think the first time round working with him, you know, everyone's kind of getting to know each other and the way they work and everything else. And we just, this time round it went much quicker, because there's not kind of the getting to know period.
Why don't you come in and have a quick listen, and then we'll do a couple more.
He instinctively knows what a musician wants to hear. You know, I'm a singer, I like to hear these kinds of sounds. He sets it up, you go in, put your headphones on and go, hello, Kevin, that sounds great.
Bruce in his box.
When he mixes, he doesn't mess around. There's no, oh, it took us 3 weeks to mix this track. If he can't mix it in a day, he said, well, there's obviously something seriously wrong here. You know, if we can't get a mix of a song out in a day that sounds good and rocks, then, you know, obviously we're barking up the wrong tree.
We allow ourselves 6 weeks to write the album, and we don't write on the road. So it's all a bit of a nerve-wracking experience, really, because it's exciting, but it's worrying at the same time, because you never know what you're going to come up with. And obviously there's pressure, because you've got to come up with the goods and make sure you got a great album.
We had 7 tunes worked up, rehearsed and written in the rehearsal period before Christmas. So we went in armed with 7 tunes, and the other 4 were worked on in the room. So that took more time than it would have normally had we have worked them out in the rehearsal room before. So there was an interesting period on it. Even like New Frontier was done in the studio. We learnt it. There are a couple of other tunes, and then boom.
We wanted to record it live, and not many bands do that anymore. A lot of bands go in and first of all they put a click track down, which for me kills the music.
What's that?
Exactly. So we went in and we did it live, and we kind of when you do that, the music breathes. There's gaps, there's feelings in there, and I think a lot of bands don't do that anymore. And that's one of the reasons why it has a freshness and it has a live feel to it.
Yeah.
As we went through the recording process of it, more and more ideas started creeping in, some of which we hadn't even dealt with in rehearsals. More and more ideas started creeping in that I thought, wow, that's really nice, you know. Gosh, I never quite expected that to happen.
And they all start off like this, you see. They all start off like this, you see. Really impressive. Then they turn into this, and let's cross things out. Yeah. Fantastic.
The studio definitely has a vibe, you know. If those walls could talk, you know, really. But yeah, it has an atmosphere. It was just a good environment to work in, you know. We need a big studio because there's a lot of us now, you know. 3 guitar players and 6 of us all together. So that was the right choice.